and the Atlanta Falcons. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 19.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Tackle made by Tyus Bowser. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Sliding out of the pocket. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Max Crosby drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return is Pettis. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10.
At their own 41-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 42-yard line.
Now Newton. Airing one out for Boyd. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Newton. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Complete.
That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Second and 10. Newton again. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Carson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Taken down at the 11.
Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Down at the 4-yard.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Newton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Philip Dorsett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do now. The key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They run the option on 2nd down. Quick throw caught out wide by Renfro.
Jackson.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they'll have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Newton. He'll buy some time right. He'll try and run it. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. Open space inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Touchdown, Denver.
Chris Carson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
1st and 10.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Eluding the pressure right. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
At the 49-yard line.
Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
They're going option play on 3rd down. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. 955.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton escaping the pressure right. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Tyler Boyd, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
They'll start with the option. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It was JPP that time, Jason Pierre-Paul, who got in there to blow that play up. This a quick pass to Davis. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now Jackson. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Newton now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
At the 35.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
And, oh, that is going to be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Newton. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Out of the gun, Newton. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman, and he fires one that's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
He'll get 3 up to midfield. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10. At their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Newton on 3rd down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
First down, Denver.
On 1st down, it's Carson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Newton on 1st down. They'll run the screen with Carson. Bust through the tackle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Newton throwing again. And he'll find Pittman. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Michael Pittman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Broncos 28, Falcons 2.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 11 yards there. First down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
They run it with Carson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
It's now 2nd.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
He'll air this one out for Boyd. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So it's an empty possession there, and you have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise if this will come up short.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
On the keeper. Intended for Corey Davis. Incomplete.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. This is Carson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the 50, Newton. And this is taken in by the tight end, Bryson Hopkins. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line.
And the Broncos first down.
Let's get off the field. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Newton to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now it's Carson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Back to throw, Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Broncos add on.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Falcons 2.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. The open man here, Renfro. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
It's a pickup of 6.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 4. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
To throw is Jackson. To throw on third down. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big play on third down for the Falcons. 45 yards. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. That catch good for only a couple.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Larry Ogunjobi on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
That's it. That's it. Big hit.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it's 3rd down.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. One last shot for Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second.